Hi folks, and welcome to this video in the Rhapsody Power Pack series. I'm Andy Lapping, and in this video I'll introduce you to the Model Element Editor. The Model Element Editor allows for a customized editing experience for different types of model element. Think of it as a more advanced version of the Rhapsody Features view. The best part? You can customize it yourself. Now we'll look at how to perform that customization in the next video. In this one, we'll just simply use it. In this model, I have a custom profile with various stereotypes. The starting point is a contract, which is a new term based on class. When we add a contract to the model, we can add details to it in two ways, using tags and using dependencies. Let's start with tags. The contract stereotype has two tags, free feature and additional features. Free feature is typed by another new term stereotype, add-on, and has a multiplicity of 1. Additional features is also typed by add-on, but has a multiplicity of between 0 and 2. Now, in the model, I already have some add-ons, roaming, Netflix, and Apple Music. Let's now add a contract. We'll add that to the contracts package and we'll give that a name. Now in the features view for the contract, on the tags tab, we can see those two tags from the stereotype. Let's set free feature to one of the add-ons. To do that, I click inside the field. I click the three dots to open a mini browser. Typically I'd expand the tree if it was collapsed. And I'd select an add-on, roaming. Then I click OK, and finally I click apply. And now my contract has a free feature. Let's do the same for additional features. Because this one has multiplicity, it involves more clicks. I click inside the field, I click the three dots, I click the three dots in the new window to add a new row, I click inside that new row, I click the three dots to open a mini browser. Finally, I select the add-on I want and click OK, and then I click OK to close this window, and now I have an additional feature. If I wanted to add a second one, I'd have to go through that lengthy process again. Now let's do the same thing using the Model Element Editor. Let's first delete those tags so that we are starting fresh. Now I can open the Model Element Editor in various ways. There is a right-click menu for it, but there's also a toolbar button. There's a main menu item and a shortcut key. Now, of course, if you're not using Rhapsody 10 yet, then you are limited to the right-click menu. Now we have a custom editor for editing contracts with 3 tabs. We'll see in the next video how this is configured. The free feature tag is right here, and the combo box is automatically filtered to only show add-ons. With 2 clicks, I can set that tag. To change its value and select a different add-on, 2 more clicks. If that list of available elements is very long, then I can open a picker instead of using the combo box. That picker is sortable and filterable, so I can find the element that I want very quickly. For tags with multiplicity, it's very much the same. Here is the additional features tag. In the combo box, I can select up to 2 elements because of that multiplicity, after which the others become greyed out. I've reached that multiplicity limit. Again, if the list is long, I can use a sortable, filterable picker. Next, let's look at dependencies. Back in the profile, I have a stereotype called provider. Now that stereotype applies to dependencies, but it is not a new term. Now that's interesting because if I look at its overridden properties, it has a targets property. I should only be allowed to point this dependency at either UK or US providers, both of which are new term stereotypes. Because this is not a new term, Rhapsody ignores this property entirely. It will let me create this dependency from anything to anything. Not so in the Model Element Editor. It uses this property to provide the filtered list of targets. Now, of course, it also supports new terms. In the configuration for this editor, The provider dependency was given a multiplicity of 1, against something that isn't possible in the native Rhapsody. You can have as many dependencies as you want, new term or not. Rhapsody will never prevent you from adding them. In the model element editor, we can only add 1. Retargeting a dependency is as simple as choosing a different target. And of course, it has the same sortable, filterable picker. Multiplicities also works for dependencies. Works in country is another stereotype applicable to dependency. That one has been given a multiplicity of 3. Once I've added 3 dependencies, the rest are no longer selectable. I can remove one and add another one in just 2 clicks. We can have different editors for different types of model element. For example, if I select this network in the model browser, and then I click Edit Selected Element, then I get a different editor. Now, it's not just tags and dependencies we can edit. The editor supports concepts like relations, ownership, type, and more. For example, I can add compositions, I can add aggregations, I can add associations, all of which also support those multiplicity constraints. This network can own base stations and base station controllers. Well, in fact, it's only allowed 1 base station controller. If I add one here in the editor, then the option to add another one becomes grayed out. But I can add as many base stations as I want. The multiplicity for that was set to star. Now, in the next video, I'll show you how to configure the model element editor for different types of model element. But that's it for this video. Over the course of this series, we'll explore the rest of the Rhapsody Power Pack features that will greatly improve your Rhapsody user experience. So please do subscribe if you want to be notified as those videos get published. But for now, thanks for watching. Hey folks,